And marriage is supposed to be sweet, very sweet, as Mama J has already indicated, because if it is not sweet, it can send men to hell. And this is very serious. It can disturb your life in a very big way. It can waste a lot of your time, because marriage is not something that you just walk in and walk out as you please. The way in which God has designed marriage, it's not easy to walk out. Even those that do walk out, it takes a long time for them to recover if they do. So we can all agree that marriage is an emergency in the earth. And one thing that we always like to say with the guys is, you discover that marriage is not something that you can have a challenge at home, then just walk out of the house, enjoy football with the guys and forget, or by the way, Macarios is finished at home. It is the only thing in life that will demand your attention, will demand your response. You can't just run away from it. So from there we can also learn what it is injustice to ignore the issues of marriage in our society. It is injustice not to help one another and not to provide the onboarding that Professor DK was mentioning. It's very much serious. But there's a law that I think summarizes everything. And as a pastor, I can tell you that I think one of the most difficult jobs is to be a pastor when you're married, because of the logistics there. Because the job of a pastor is you are going to help a lot of people, amen, primarily marriages, families and souls and lives. And to balance between being happy at home and being an effective pastor, it's one of the biggest challenges I've ever seen in marriage. So when a pastor talks about marriage, I think you will do well to listen. You can learn a lot. Because I've seen also pastors that have divorced, and I've seen those that have not divorced. And this thing of marriage is very important. It's very critical. It can even destroy one's purpose in life. So, the law of priority. I think this is the biggest. In Genesis, when God says, a man shall leave his mother and father, and shall cling unto his wife, and the two shall become one what? One flesh. That is where the law of priority comes in. It means when you get into marriage, you have activated that law of priority. The priority in your life is your spouse. It's no longer yourself. The priority in your life is your spouse. Once that is established, you can have continuous happiness and continuous fire. And I'll tell you why.